Okay, so if we look at number 1, what are some factors of 128? 2 and 64? 64. 2 and 32? 32. 2 and 16? 16. 2 and 8? 8. 2 and 4, and then 4, 2 and 2. Okay, so we've got this all factored out. We can go ahead and draw our radical. Okay, who can go? So we got 1 group, 2 groups. That's it? Another group. Okay, so we're going to put 3 2s on the outside. Who cannot go? This single 2. Okay, and then with the letters, with multi-letters, you treat it just like singles. Okay, so how many X's did they give me? 2. So we're going to write them out, and that's my advice. Okay, so how many groups of 2 can I go? Have 1 group of 2, right? So here's a group, they're matches, so he can go on the outside. Okay, do I have any left over? No, but if I did, where would they go? Back on the inside. Okay, the Y's, I got Y and Y because they gave me 2, and I can take that in a group of 2 as well. Okay, so what is 2 times 2 times 2? 8xy square root 2. Case 3. What are some factors of 64? 2 and 32. What else? 2 and 16. Oh, shoot. What's wrong with mine? Something's wrong up here. What is it? Yeah, it should be a 2 right there. Okay, so 2 and 32. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and drop our radical. Okay, how many groups of 2's can go? 1, 2, and 3. Okay, how many X's do I have? 3. Okay, 3, so write them out. And then I'm pulling in groups of 2. So how many of them can go? 1 group of 2. Okay, so 1 group. Okay, who cannot go? Yeah, this guy right here. Okay, he cannot go. So where's he going to go? Back on the inside. Good. How many Y's do I have? 2. Okay, how many groups of those guys can go? 1 group. Okay, and then I have 2 Z's. How many groups of those guys can go? 1 group. Okay, so what are you going to do with these on the outside here? Multiply them. So 2 times 2 times 2? 8xyz square root of x. Okay, 5. What is the very first thing you need to do? Drop down the radical and put what? The negative, okay? And really, what is that negative? -1. Okay, so I'm going to have this -1 here on the outside, okay? That would be my suggestion. A lot of times people forget to drop down that coefficient out there in the front, okay? So 80, we're going to have 2 and 40. 2 and 20, 2 and 10, 2 and 5. Okay, so who can go? 2 groups of 2, so I got 1 and 2. Who cannot go? There's 5. So he's going to go back on the inside. He's got no match. Okay, and then how many M's do I have? 3. I got 1, 2, 3. Okay, so how many of those guys can go? 2 of them, aka one group. Who cannot go? Yeah, this single guy, okay? He's got no match, he cannot go. Okay, what do we do with this out here on the outside? Multiply. So what is negative 1 times 2 times 2? Negative 4m square root of 5m. Okay, 7. What are some factors of 54? Two and 27. Okay, what about 27? 3 and 9. And then 3 and 3. Okay, who is allowed to go? We got a single group of 3s. Who is not allowed to go? The 2 and the 3. So we're going to put them back on the inside. How many m's do I have? 4. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. How many groups of those guys can go? 2 groups of them. Okay, so 1 and 2. How many m's cannot go? Yeah, they can all go. Okay, so on the outside, what are we going to have? 3m to the second power, so 3m squared. Square root of what? 6. Okay, 9. What is the very first thing we should do? Okay, drop down that 8 and that radical. Okay, 64. What are some factors of 64? 2 and 32, 2 and 16, 2 and 8, 2 and 4, 2 and 2. Okay, how many groups of 2s can go? 1, 2, 3. Who cannot go? Everybody can. Okay, if you're not looking at 9, look at 9. How many A's are there? There's just 1. Okay, so how many can go? None. So where does he go? He goes inside. Okay, and yesterday you guys had one with a single N in the inside, and a lot of you guys somehow put it on the outside, okay? So if there's only one, he cannot go. Okay, and then the B's, I have 2 B's. So how many of those guys can go? 1 group. Okay, so we're going to get 8 times 2 times 2 times 2. 64. So it's going to be 64B square root of A. Okay, 11. We got 98. What are some factors of 98? 2 and 49. Okay, 49. 7 and 7. Okay, so who can go? A group of 7s. Who cannot go? 2. Okay, the ones that are just a number seem really easy now, huh? Okay, they should go pretty fast. Especially depending on the number. Okay, 13. What's the very first thing we should do? Drop that -1 and that radical. Okay, so we got negative 1 square root. Okay, what are some factors of negative or 196? 2 and 98. 98. 2 and 49. 49. 7 and 7. Okay, who can go? A group of 2s and a group of 7s. Who cannot go? Everybody can go. What do we do with this radical? We're definitely going to multiply the numbers, which is going to be what? Negative 14. But what do we do with the radical?
Get rid of it?
We just get rid of it, okay? This is not appropriate. We don't write it like that, okay? If there's nothing left on the inside, then there's nothing left on the inside, okay? Our answer is just negative 14. Okay?